We've spotted him out, we've seen the signs, and when certain people get kills, we hear the noise come from them.
Certain people.
It's individuals. It is. To be fair, I mean, like you said, it's all for charity, it's all for good fun, and we have a good time and a bit of a laugh, see some kills and happy days.
Yeah. It's going to be very hard to restrain myself. I mean, we'll see how it goes. I make no promises. But the plane is obviously en route, so we can see how this goes. We're halfway through, so 2 more rounds to go, nice and easy for some of these teams. Some not quite having the same game. I want to see more from Wacky Jackie too, as much as the guy, theoretically, he's got a brain on him. He knows the game inside and out, but it must be frustrating when you have so much technical knowledge to be able to put it into practice in such a high-caliber matchup. And the same can be said with Sacriel. The man is very theoretical in the way he approaches games, and then you've got the kind of compliment. Oh, God. I mentioned it. Oh, I'm so sorry. What have I done? Sacriel, find some cover. Use that brain of yours. Oh, the support's here. Ibby to the rescue. Up on the bike we go. It's like that Kanye West video, just beautifully off into the distance.
You will.
Help.
Shaka fancies it. Oh, he's got a molly as well. Is he going to actually put in with that? Potential. You mentioned, I like how you brought up Wacky Jackie. It's become a bit of a meme now as such. Like there's a certain point where I'm wondering, how the hell are players getting quicker down from the drop from me? Everyone's like, let's watch a Wacky Jackie video. Lo and behold, Wacky Jackie to the rescue.
We've all seen the clips, we've all seen the games. You want some action? This is where it is. You put Shroud close quarter combat, I'm feeling it. Duck, the same. And then you've got McCoy there and Balak as well. But up against them, there's another team sharing out. Pachinki, they're over towards the eastern side. Actually, very good loot too. So, again, they're not completely in the wrong there now. Team Charlie, which does have some of the Genji black players on there. Spotting out a couple. Is that car having a bit of an issue down there, Dino?
Circle comes in, and it's parallel to the left-hand side. We saw the plane route, so the people are going to be looking around George, north, south. You've got West Coast taken by team number 9. There's a team lurking around the cactus side. I think guys are kind of fixated on Pachinki at the moment, obviously for 2 reasons. One, we've got Shroud and Doc in there, but there is another team that could potentially go up against them. And, you know, regardless of what we say, I think those guys can aim. Technically, they're as good as the next person next to them. All right, we've got a fair few pro players in here, and there's definitely that jump up when we look at professional players. Some of the stuff they do is absolutely ridiculous, but still, you know, from a technical standpoint, they can handle themselves.
So, I think the desk lightly kind of touched on it, and it's something that Wacky Jackie did. I know what you mean about him at all, because he's a very cerebral player, and I like what he's done, and he is genuinely a nice guy. But I think the way that they described it on the desk was very, very good. The repeats that he went for, I'll explain that in a second, because we might have a bit of action, but now it's Ibby. I don't think he spotted out Bino there. I'm not 100% sure. That could be a problem down the line, because Bino's working his way forward, but I don't think Bino's got a gun yet. I see nothing in his hand, so Wacky Jackie's chomping at the bit. Let's see if his nades are any better than his repeats. Takes it away. That could be good. Does it go in? Just forcing him forward. But they're on the hunt here. Sacriel holding the angle, allowing the other 2 players to work further forward. But Bino's on the run. He's going to make a dash for it, because I don't think he has a gun. And I don't know if Mixie does either.
3 grenades wasted here on Mixie. I mean, it might be all for nothing. It might be all just for 15 points. Sacriel, I think, looking at his gear, doesn't look too good.
None of them are. Look at Ibby's 30 bullets. It's more than enough, apparently, for Ibby. Mixie goes down very quickly there. You can see the responses. Everyone's still trying to hold these angles, work out where the rest of the players are. Pino made a run for it earlier, went on the wider way around Yasnaya in that north-northeast side, and maybe they found a gun, because so far, not so good for the other team. But Team Juliet here have been able to take down that one player who's standing in their way, but again, only had a revolver on the other side. James is there, a little late to the party, but he's got way better gear, so took his time for that.
If he just snaps to his head, takes a quick poke.
Oh, Pino has got a gun.
Finally, but still, he's lost his teammate in the doing so. He's got no helmet as well, so regardless of what gun you've got, even if you've got like an Uzi or something like that, you just spray him down, and anything that goes even close to the head, unfortunately, you will be going down. They've got to move soon. They're not in the circle. Obviously, I say soon, they've got plenty of time, right? You've got 1 minute 15. They're on the slower side, so to speak, as well, so they can move in from there. They might be hitting around Rozhok. The top end of it is pretty open for them, but it all depends where the guys who are open style but decide to rotate to as well.
This is still a bit of a worry. You can see that Pachinki is very much on a bit of a knife's edge there. It could go either way. Good kind of defining lines. That's one of the towns that can be split into, but then again, you lose out on a drastic amount of loot. It's not how you want to walk out of there. But beyond that, let's have a little look elsewhere, see how people are getting on. In Kilo with Mythrain, everyone loves a bit of that. If you ever see him playing, you look at chat, it's unique. But for now, they're doing fine. Nice little split here. Not sure how the loot's looking. It looks a little bit lacking on some elements. Only a level 1 helmet here and there. But if you're going to these areas, you're doing it for the sake of safety rather than that high tier loot. You take that gamble, you take that risk. Now, we're actually finding a couple of players on the way. I'm not sure how this has happened, but just maybe run across them. This could be big.
Several of them do go down. More easy finish off for him. There's several points in the bag, 30 to be precise. Wick did get the, I think it was more of a, let's just at least take the antenna, and someone was there. He did run him over. Fair enough. The reply came in. The shots are now happening down inside Pachinki. I believe those dogs of disrespect I think looking from the outlines potentially a silencer on the front, which would suggest it's him. Balog gets tanked up as well. Another absolutely diabolical grenade from that man as he hits the wall. That's the second time where he's almost killed his teammates. He did knock the dog in the previous round.
Flashbacks here. He's feeling, if he does feel nervous, not exactly what you want, but CGX on the other side, Shannon Blue there, going to make his way towards maybe his teammate, try and consolidate, so if they do get picked up, if they get knocked, the revive can come through, kind of sticking in the 2-2 split. That's another really good reason why you do it. Doc, though, got to be careful on those angles. You're showing just the head angle, but the return fire is very good. Myth players on the other side, though, picking up a couple of kills there, and, well, it's made the Thailand players picking up Myth Thrain, so Myth on Myth action.
I like it. 30 points in the bag. Again, another team that decides to pull up and try and take down a certain location. We're not expecting a team in there, and that's why you need to get these scouts out early, send one individual player rather than losing multiple, which they have done, two in the vehicle, especially on the back of the buggy. You're so exposed on the back, you're just a walking target, especially if you do pull up slightly later on the defilade of the hillside. Easy points for them. That fight in Pachinki is not going to be an easy one. You know, when we look at who's on both of those
sides, it's very hard to back out.
For the decent players, more than anything, it's not just going to be a complete walkover.
But I do like what they're doing in a way that you've got a couple of players put themselves in really good positions. For now, though, the other teams will be making their rotations, making their routes. If you're hearing the shots in Pachinki, you take a wider route away from that Shroud, taking a lot of damage there. Again, not great on meds either. 4 bandages and 1, I guess, boost. That's it, really. So for him, he's got to be very, very frugal in the way he's using that. But to come back to the point of the difference between some of the higher tier teams and people who play more public games, you get away with a lot more. You can re-peek the same angles. You don't have to be as on the toes, and this is what I was talking about with the flank coming out from McCoy. This is the play that I was discussing that he found from, he went up towards the church, he went the northern side to try and find a way around. Now there's pressure. You want that kind of linchpin moment now to come in from one of the other teams, or one of the other players on this team. You want maybe Doc or Shroud to hold these central areas, allow a flank from the other side, but McCoy wants to do a lot himself here. He might want to try and confirm this kill if he can find a safe angle to do so. Oh, there it is.
Which is good. The door does open up, but there's absolutely no chance for him whatsoever to confirm the kill. His teammate did split open, at least try and help him out.
Jack is doing the same thing on the other side, but Balak's got that held down, and I like that. That's really nice play between the two pros as such, if you want to look at it that way. Shroud laying down a bit of fire, making the calls, getting spots out, also just as valuable. But Time is taking their loot, not great.
Pretty sure Shaq still plays for Detonator. We were casting them back at Gamescom. You know, so these are OG players that have been playing since, you know, if you want to say
They're going
alpha.
for a bit of a push here, it looks like. They're trying to get a bit more aggressive. Shroud's on move. McCoy's pushed up. Here's the steps above him. Surely he knows what's going on here. I'm not 100% sure if he can exactly work it out, but these buildings are very close by.
686 in his hand in the toilet. If he opens that toilet door, there's going to be a complete flush, and it won't be the person intended for it. I mean, the 686 up close and personal, God forbid, no matter what armor you've got on, it's going to absolutely destroy your life.
They're faking out the sounds of drops and moving out of windows. McCoy, really smart play from him there. That's actually drawing out players. The call gets made, the spot gets done. Now you can see the flash. This is good teamwork coming out from Team Bravo. Flash goes up. I don't know if it got the other player. It certainly didn't. And oh my God, this could be a disaster.
He's only got 2 bullets, remember.
He's shooting him just straight through the door, and he is. That's the smart play from McCoy. Take no chances, take no prisoners, takes the kill. And it's Ghost Gaming's player, but it's Team Bravo working their way through Pachinki.
Forced him with the grenades to at least make a movement so they knew exactly where he was, have the information. If you do jump outside the building, you know, you can hear the glass breaking or be your feet hitting the floor. He knows that he hasn't ejected that building. He's still locked inside there. Puts himself inside the toilet, unfortunately. You're just kind of causing your own death, really. It's imminent. 3 people push up. And, yeah, I like how you spoke more about the sounds, Lauren, like specifically smoke grenades now. Fair enough. When they put them down, they will mask you. You hide inside the smoke. But more importantly, the noise. You mask the footsteps. You can do so much by just lobbing in the building and rotating around players.
And this is very aggressive or assertive play coming in from Bravo. They're pushing up and holding the line, essentially. So they know that Team Echo would have to push through them or around them, and that's not going to happen. They've got eyes on this. The best thing the other side would be hoping for here would be that they get a quick knock and then they can maybe open up an avenue of approach. The blue doesn't hurt too much at this point, but it's not what you want, especially with limited meds.
I don't know which angles happened here, whether or not purple teams failed miserably by not sticking together, or whether green team on the opposing side have worked so good they've singled out players, they've split everyone off individually, and now they can just bust in, take them out one by one. I mean, you can't move. I mean, look at this. Every single window we look through there, you've got 3 players that have eyes on him, 2 in the building, 2 in front, opposing. He's completely boxed. What can Rio at the back do, really?
That's great, though. Shakifying Balak will open up an avenue if they do want to try and get out, and that nade could confirm it. Can he get it through the window, though? That's the big question. Up in the top right, that's what we'll be looking at. No, Balak survives, so a revive is possible. Shroud is the closest there, but they need McCoy and the Doc to help him out here. The other team are being a real nuisance to them, and that next blow, it ain't close. Shaka on the play, gets down McCoy. This is big. They're pushing right back towards them. They're not going down without a fight. Echo are on the move.
They want this. He's going to go through and confirm the kill. A 2 versus 4 soon turns into a 2 versus 2. Now, the bigger enemy is that they're all inside the blue. They have to fight through this. They can at least get themselves back together upstairs. Have they confirmed another one? They have. Well, this turned around rather quickly.
It has for now, but this is not looking too good. McCoy's gone down, and we're into, I'm pretty sure 3 of the players stand. You've got Doctor still alive. The Doc gets a couple of shots, but he's on the move. Only 11 left in towards the clip. He's going to try and find the next angle on it. Spots him out, looks for him. Could work up the wall, but he doesn't know all the information, and he's quite isolated. That's when you see Balak now trying to support him, move up with it. Shaka and Rio on the other side, they've kind of still got to deal with being in that unfortunate position of having the blue against them, and you're going to have to think bigger picture here. They need to move them fast. That next circle is going towards Georgia Pole. That's pretty far now.
They're setting up a little bit of a wall here of smoke. Dr. Disrespect will hold the angle. Hopefully he doesn't get too aggressive because he's kind of on his own. You've got Balok in the back lines. He can't really do too much, but they have to move. They know where they are. The gatekeep's real. They want to get revenge. They've lost McCoy. And here we go, moving out of the blue now. It's all set up, Lauren. How's it going to play out?
Well, his name is Rio, and he might not be dancing on the sand too much longer. The Doc is there waiting. Takes him down. Doesn't have much to heal with, only bandages, so it's going to be slow. Shroud on the move, trying to support him up here. Shaka moving in as well. He knows that he's close by, but can he find him in time? Shaka, revival kill. What's the choice? I think Balok knows what his options are, and he's going to try and find the angle again. But the Doc, does he want some more? Is he up for the fight? Is he ever not up for the fight? It looks like he wants to confirm this. He wants to do something filthy to these poor players. They're all lining up. Can he get the kill? Great work on the side for the second. He still stands. Balok's there to support, and both the players are now knocked down. Balok on the move around the corner. Gets the job done. It's Bravo taking out Echo, but at the loss of Doc and the other teammate. They lost out on 2 players here purely to get out of this city, and now they've got the blue on their back, and they've got to start running because all the other teams move towards Georgia Ball.
It's put them in an awkward position. They need to get some kind of vehicle and hope that they've got plenty of meds in the bag because it's going to do so much damage. Losing 2 players, alright, you've got yourself, what, 60 points? But at what cost? It might have pretty much cost them the game. We'll soon find out. That's a banging shot through the back of the UAZ. 2-2, unfortunately, false confirmed kill, 15 points there. Moves across to Key.
And it looks like James is being very proactive in this. He wants to offer up another angle. Just seeing it now. And that's great work from James. He was the one who went off and offered another angle to them. He moved further north to try and keep that in mind.
If you look at one player's overextended, that's really fantastic play. It's really clever because now A, you're getting the information, but B, if you just put down the warning shots, you can deny them the north of the circle.
He's still the kill though. Evermore is being filthy about his smart play from him, but it will be James confirming at least towards Xeon. But now the problem is with James that he's got a bigger team against him. Team